It was a shell that gave the name to the new material from China, which was as fine and shiny as this shell, Porcellana. Back then, the whole of Europe rivaled to map the mystery of its formula. In Germany, they first succeeded in finding the natural ingredients. And that is how, in 1710, the unique culture and quality of the German porcelain was founded.
Looked at poetically, porcelain, the white gold, is made of fire, water, soil and air. The raw materials for the production of porcelain, silica, feldspar and china clay, are mixed according to a company-owned formula and are then finely ground, water being added during the process. Surplus water has to be reduced by means of a filter press. The result is the raw body, which is then extruded to clay rods. This step is the basis for the production of quality porcelain by Seltmann, Weiden. A slice of ceramic body is cut from the rod, pre-shaped and inserted into the plaster mold. The body is shaped by a steel template, the so-called roller. The plaster mold, with the right now formed article, is automatically transported to a dryer where part of the water of the body evaporates. After that, the item can be removed from the mold and travels through a second dryer. The production of cups and mugs is done the same way. In addition, every cup needs to have a handle. The handles are produced by a casting process and get fixed to the cup body by means of applying thick porcelain slurry. Plates of high quality are produced by dust pressing. The raw material for this process is spray grain. This powder is filled in a two-part steel die, whose inside is coated with plastic, and the powder gets compressed to a plate. The pressure applied is about 4,400 pounds per square inch. The seam of the plate is then finished with sandpaper and sponges. Sophisticated designs are handled by robots whilst being finished. Coffee pots, creamers and sauce boats are produced by a casting process. For that, the porcelain slip is poured into a plaster mold, mostly consisting of 4 parts. The plaster mold absorbs water from the slip and the item is gradually built up inside the mold. After a few minutes, the excess slip is poured out. The mold can be taken apart and the item can be removed. The coffee pot taken out of the mold allows you to feel some of its beauty to come. Oval platters, square platters are produced by the pressure casting method. The split mold is made of porous plastic. The slip is pressed into the mold, surplus water escapes through the pores, and the item is built up between the halves of the mold. The use of robots guarantees precise handling and perfect working results. The first firing, the so-called biscuit firing, gives the items the necessary strength for the following glazing process. Every item gets a backstamp, which identifies our quality porcelain worldwide. A fully automatic silkscreen stamping machine applies our trade name Seltmann Weiden to every item. The glaze is composed of silica, feldspar, dolomite, lime and china clay. The items are dipped in a watery suspension of the glaze, either by machine or by hand, and get coated with a thin layer of glaze. The items obtain their final properties like strength, translucency and brilliance during the main firing. This firing takes 6 hours and the maximum temperature is 1450 degrees centigrade. Each and every item produced by Seltmann Weiden has to undergo different and severe quality inspections. The trained eyes of our quality inspectors don't miss the slightest defect. Porcelain, which has passed the quality inspection, gets decorated with great care. A long-lasting experience and expertise is necessary for this work. After being soaked in water, the decal can be taken off the underlay and transferred to the item. The decal has to be positioned carefully and is then fixed to the porcelain by a squeegee. High-grade decorations are often refined further, for example by applying gold as band, lined or staffage. The porcelain painter uses a high-grade gold compound. Another refining procedure is the spraying. Ceramic colors are mixed with water and finely ground to achieve a suspension ready for spraying. During this firing process, the colors sink into the glaze, obtain their brilliance and service performance, and get dishwasher proof.
Accomplished porcelain, artfully handmade, supported by modern technique, precious pieces of immortal quality are formed in Germany.